Hello, I'm John. Today I'm going to talk to you about algal blooms. The image shown is of Toledo, of Lake Erie, which affected the Toledo metropolitan area, about 500,000 people, including myself, which is why it's something I want to talk about. Imaged here are cyanobacteria. The bacteria, which are essentially plants, and the reason why they can proliferate to such a high degree as seen in the previous picture is due to something called eutrophication, which is the overnutrient of water. And this is because of fertilizer runoff from heavy rains. Since Ohio is very dependent on agriculture, there's a lot of fertilizer that will end up running into Lake Erie throughout the area. Thus, this leads to a very high proliferation rate from the cyanobacteria, which can then produce a ton of toxin. One of them is a microcystis, which can produce microcystin. And here's the impact of microcystin. There are 5 things that can mainly happen from this. One is an economic hardship for fishing industries. Since the fish can die from this toxin, as well as have it in them, and thus the fish is not being able to sell, thus economically impacting the fishing industry for these lakes. It's also potentially the largest threat for the inland water. So the Great Lakes is the largest supply of fresh water, as well as supplies of water from many areas of the states around as well as Canada. There are thousands of people that rely on this for their water source, and having this all be toxic, and something with a toxin that's non-volatile, thus it cannot be boiled off, poses a large threat. Additionally, this toxin, or the toxins produced by cyanobacteria, are neurotoxic or can be neurotoxic, meaning it can cause brain damage. They can also cause aneuploidy, which is when you have an abnormal number amount of chromosomes. They can also have hepatotoxicity, which is when it's chemically driven liver damage. So the paper I looked at examined the amount of levels of both toxin and the bacteria within different lakes in Kansas, and wanted to look at different methods of disseminating this knowledge as well as detecting them. One detection method that they want to expand on is veterinarians, and this can be a very useful method. A paper by Backer states that animals are more frequently and more seriously poisoned than humans are. So veterinarians can play a very critical role in being able to point out when there is an algal bloom, because they are able to easily detect it through their patients, and thus they can disseminate this knowledge through public health officials. Now, a way to disseminate this information is through advertising. 2 ways of being able to warn people is through local news station and website warnings. But we also need to educate people on the risks of cyanobacteria and their toxins, thus using some kind of brochure method, which is what they used in the Kansas study. Additionally, they also did warning posters around the water, so the sites where there were a lot of cyanobacteria, to warn visitors, because a lot of the people who get sick and who swim in it are people who are visitors who may not even know that algal blooms are happening or even happen at all. So thus being able to warn them about the risks and label individual ponds of whether or not they are risked. Could this be a potential wake-up call? So the reason why this is happening so much is due to climate change. With a large amount of rainfall from climate change, more of fertilizer is heading into bodies of water, and thus leading to eutrophication and a higher amount of toxins. This is the first tangible piece that a lot of Americans can actually feel from the effects of climate change, and thus could be a potential point and potential starting place for discussion for climate policy changes, and thus lead to some kind of change that either regulates fertilizer more or lead to overarching climate change policies.